One teacher and her pen. Welcome to day 13. Let's get straight on with some problems. Okay, so for this problem, you're going to need to figure out a few things before you get your final answer. So here is a cuboid. The areas of three of the faces are 24 centimeters squared, 18 centimeters squared, and 12 centimeters squared. I want you to tell me what's the volume of the cuboid. So the areas of three of the faces are 24, 18 and 12. I want you to tell me what's the volume of the cuboid. Just need to remember what is volume and what is area. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so there are a few trial and error ways, and I think that I'm going to go with that. I'm going to pretend that this one is 24, the next biggest is 18, and the smallest one over here is 12. And I'm going to say, what goes into both of these? I thought 6 fits into both of those. So I was going to try it. 6, and what would this have to be? 6 times by 3. 6 threes would make it. And this would have to be 6 times by 4. And it works out that 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 6 is 18 and 6 4. So the answer is length times width times height gives me the volume of a cuboid. So we would have 3 times 4 times 6. And the answer to that is 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 6 is 72 centimeters cubed. Well done if you solved it any other way.
Now this one's for big boys and girls.
Okay, so with this problem, I'm saying I want you to find the smallest 3-digit number. I want this to be the smallest it can be, which is not prime, not divisible by 2, 3, or 5. So, what is the smallest 3-digit number that you can find, which is neither prime nor divisible by 2, 3 or 5. So hopefully you know your number facts and you can find me the smallest 3-digit number which satisfies all of these things. So press pause and have a go. So really we need to know what these things mean. This means if it's even, so it can't be even. This means it ends in a 0 or a 5. And this one, do you know this one? It's if you add up the digits. So for example, if I had the number 217, if I add up 2, add 1, add 7, I get the number 10. But 3 does not go into 10, so 3 doesn't go into 217. But if I had 633, 6 add 3 would be 12. And 3 does go into 12, so 3 does go into 633. So these are our divisibility tests. So, what are the other numbers? It cannot be prime, and it's got to work out what else. So I think actually another number might be 7. So if we tried to find something in the 7 times table, we'd know it wasn't prime. So how do we find a big number that's in the 7 times table? Well, I just started adding up from 77. Because I know that 7 definitely goes into 77. So if I add on another 7, I get 84. Add on another 7, 91. Another 7, 98. Another 7, I get 105. So I started getting a 3-digit number. But 5 goes into that, so it can't be that. Add on another 7, I get 112, which is even. So I know that doesn't work. Add another 7, I get 119. Right. It's not a prime number. Let's have a little look. Because we know 7 goes into it. 2 doesn't go into it. Now let's see if 3 does. Add up the digits, 9, 10, 11. No, 3 doesn't go into 11. So 3 doesn't go into it and 5 doesn't go into it. So we found our number. 119 is the smallest number that's not prime and 2, 3 and 5 don't go into it. Well done if you got the answer.